Hello, my name is Carly, and today I'm going to draw a summer-themed illustration. Since summer is starting, I want it to be full of bright colors and tropical scenery. For this piece, I attempted to draw one of those half-underwater scenes, like the one Ross Strauss did recently on his YouTube channel. So, without further ado, let's get into the drawing. I started out with a sketch I drew in my notebook. I went for a rather calm composition and pose for the girl because I wanted to create a lazy summer mood. I immediately began inking with the G pen in the program Clip Studio Paint. There isn't much for me to say about the inking stage. I simply wanted the lines to look fluid and have some nice thick and thin variation. Let's draw some long straight hair that puddles up in the water. It was difficult to create the correct shape for the inner tube. Now I'm going to add the test colors for the piece. Like I said before, I wanted the colors to be bright. I made most of the colors cool so the image wouldn't be too bright and washed out once I finished. I gave the girl tan skin with brown and pink hair. I think it looks nice. With the test colors in place, it's time for the main base coloring. I color my digital pieces by adding a white layer in the shape of my character behind the line art. Then I can select that and fill in the colors more easily. I do this color by color, eventually filling in the whole piece. The flat colors are in, I add a clipping mask to each section and then shade and highlight the areas. I really like clipping masks. They cut off the parts of the shading that go outside the lines, so it's very easy to stay neat. They are a huge time saver, and if you are a digital artist like myself, I highly recommend using them. This time around, it was difficult for me to figure out how the light source would work, since the scene is very bright and there are a lot of reflections. I decided to go for minimal shading in this piece to hide the difficulty. I put a transparent pattern on the inner tube and used the mesh transformation tool to curve it and make the inner tube look three-dimensional. I think it came out really well. After that, I just highlighted and shaded the pattern like normal. Alright, it's finally time to work on the background. I put a giant stone behind our character and put lots of green moss and algae on it to give it some softness and life. I used deeper tones and lighter tones to carve out the shape of the rock and make it look three-dimensional. also drew some simple tropical leaves and palm fronds in front and behind the character. Things like this help give depth to the piece. I faded the farther leaves out so this effect becomes even more pronounced. With such a flat composition, I need all the depth I can get for this illustration. I added the water next. This was probably the most challenging part of the whole thing. I struggled to make the water look convincing, but I think it turned out alright in the end. I think this tropical piece needs more life. Let's add some fish in the water and birds in the sky. Now to draw some more details on the face, along with a few more highlights and shadows. And now for some color dodge and glow dodge to make things really bright. And with that, our tropical scene is finished. I really like how summery and colorful this drawing came out. There were a few times I struggled to make things work, but I think everything came together nicely in the end. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching!